It's fucking coffee time. It's fucking coffee time. Please fucking sing along. Anyways, hey, do you like tourism videos, but with terrible hosts and bad camera work? Well, hey, welcome to Bad Tourism with your host, Blair. That's me. We finished a road trip. Some people are actually watching the road trip, so I'm continuing to do this. So we live in Vancouver. We're going to do a couple of Vancouver things. So what we're doing today is we're going to Tsawwassen. And then we're going to see if we can get across the border into Point Roberts, which is a cool little area. It's a peninsula, if you will, or an islet, maybe, perhaps. Point Roberts is America. It's part of Washington that is only truly accessible through Tsawwassen. If you got a boat, you can do it. I don't got a boat. You got a boat? We don't got a boat. I once saw a guy who killed somebody on TV. He used a jet ski to get from part of Washington to go to Point Roberts, to Point Roberts, and he snuck across the border into Tsawwassen. Back in olden times, they used to have, basically, you drive down to Tsawwassen and you'd get to the border and there'd be a guy there in basically a kiosk. What you doing? Where are you from? Vancouver. What are you doing? Beer and smokes and gas, please. Okay, go get your beer and smokes and gas. And then you go over and you get your shit and you leave. 30 years later, they have an actual border crossing now. And don't tell them you're there to see whales, because the glove comes out. Anyways, so Point Roberts is basically, I don't know why, when they were drawing the border of Canada, they went 49 parallel, and then they just went the whole way, even though it doesn't make any fucking sense. Because if you live there, they were totally screwed during COVID, because they couldn't get anything there. It makes no sense to me. Things I can't order, it won't cross the border, so I need a mailbox in America. But I can get one in Point Roberts, where they have to drive through Canada to get there, and then I have to drive through, well, I'm in Canada, and cross the border to get the crap. Doesn't make sense. Anyway, it's a good thing we're in the left lane already. So Point Roberts, cool little place. I think a few thousand people live there. It's probably mostly Canadians, and some people who are born there are Americans. It's kind of like when we went to Saskatchewan. Lloydminster is a border city. Most people have green license plates, but they still claim to be Albertans. This is probably mostly Canadians, but they live in an American area, so they have to pay American taxes. I don't know how the hell it works. Probably, but there's really no. The only industry that seems to be in Point Roberts would be having mailbox company. There's like 2 or 3 gas stations, one store. There used to be a bar everybody went to. There's a marina.
It has a restaurant.
It has a restaurant that you probably need to wear a tie in, so it leaves me out. Yeah, but we're going to go down there. I'll show you a little bit of the area. And I'll tell you some things that are complete and utter bullshit, because I make up stuff as I go. And we'll see. Hilarity might ensue, if you're lucky. But first, coffee time! Alright, in case you don't live here and don't know where everything is, in spite of the fact that this is a bad tourism video, see right there, that's a ferry sign. So, you drive to Vancouver, you look for a ferry sign, and I know, I'm sorry if you're from some other provinces, you might think gay people. No, ferries are boats that go that go to the island areas and stuff. So you look for the ferry road. You get on Highway 1. You hit 17. Okay? 17. And it goes to the ferry. It goes directly to the ferry. No stopsies. Well, there's traffic sucks on this road. But you take that and you go to the ferry. You go to the Tsawwassen, and you get on a ferry and you go out of town. Or just before the ferries, you go to Tsawwassen and you go to Point Roberts, which is where we're going. So, next stop, that one. That's where we're going to be. Now, I'm enjoying some gum this time. In case you watched the previous video, I'm enjoying gum. Delicious. Okay, so first thing you'll notice when you come down here is the Tsawwassen Mills Mall. Now, if you've actually watched the previous videos, I showed basically the exact same thing in Edmonton at the airport, except about, I don't know, a tenth of the size. And in Calgary has Cross Iron Mills, which is actually a pretty decent mall. This isn't a bad mall. It's got the outdoor world, and that's pretty much all they got. Yeah. So if you come down here and you past where the mall is. This is the actual the ferry terminal. Over there in the distance is where all these sea cans come to die. That's where you get your great products from China and Hong Kong. Tsawwassen terminal. The tide is low. Not today. A lot of people hang out here on this is like one of the Tsawwassen beaches. I don't remember the name of it. This is where you catch your ferries. And I'm gonna pause for a second. As you can see, the sea can thing. A lot of people park over here. They hang out. They go for a walk. They go to the beach. The keepers of the waterway over there. Maybe that's the Coast Guard. I don't know. This is your terminal, where it's basically we're going to come down here, and turn around, and then we're going to head into Tsawwassen and then Point Roberts. Just to give you a view of, it's a beautiful place to be. I'm not actually mocking it. What's wrong with me? Yeah, Jen just brought up a good point. I have been giving somewhat intelligent advice on this video so far. So in order to keep with the bad tourism theme, what I'm gonna have to do here, I'll turn around again. That's the Vancouver airport. That's where you catch your flights to you only go to Seattle from there. So what is it, a 15-minute flight? I don't know. I got nothing. If I have nothing to mock, what am I supposed to do? I'm sure I'll find something to make fun of. I haven't figured it out yet. The thing is, I did another video. If anybody's actually watching this, I don't know why. For a while, I was doing these videos called Easy Hikes, where I wasn't really hiking at all. And we came down here, and there's the Tsawwassen Key Market, and this is where you catch your ferry. Check out some of the easy hikes. I'm sure you'll enjoy that. Probably not. All right, so we turned around. Right down there in the distance is Point Roberts. That's where we're going. This is all Tsawwassen. So this is a great little beach that, well, there's too many people come here already. For a while there, we were coming down here and hanging out and enjoying, and it's basically a one-lane road that goes one way. So if there's somebody coming, you have to pull the hell over. I hope nobody just saw the shirtless fat guy with the hat there. And the last time we actually came down there, there was almost a fist fight because the guy wouldn't back up. He just refused to back up and get out of the way.
Well,
you shouldn't have been on the road anyway. But yeah, it's nice. It's cool. I mean, that's Tsawwassen. So we're gonna go into Tsawwassen and hang out and stuff, or walk around or something before we get arrested. Okay, so this is Tsawwassen. That's how you pronounce it. Don't be a dick. About 50,000 people, I think. It's a really good looking town. It's got water on two sides of it. The south side is Point Roberts, so you're surrounded by water and border. And it's almost, in a way, it's like living in Florida without the hicks. Because water on all. Yeah, anyway. All right, so this is, I think, the bustling downtown-ish area, if you will, of Tsawwassen. This is their mall. They, if you go to the left here, there's a beach. If you go to the right, there's a cliff. Pretty much how it works. And if you keep going south, where we're going right now, border, going to the border. We're getting to the point in Tsawwassen where it's too late to turn back. So have your passports ready and don't be a dick. It's a real border crossing. Don't bring your guns. Don't bring your pot. Don't bring your cocaine. Don't put dead bodies in the trunk if you did a drive-by earlier in the day. Don't drop off your vehicle that you're trying to burn out so the cops can't get evidence against you. It's a real border crossing, okay? That's all I'm asking. Okay, so up this hill is where the actual border is. The first time we went together, we got stopped for it's a whale thing. But every other time we seem to be way through. Neither of us has a record. Make sure you're a good, clean, normal person, because they don't want no riffraff down here. That's what I'm saying. Last exit before the USA border. Remember that. Okay, now here I'm going to be turning this off until we're through. I don't want anybody telling us to pull over. Getting the gloves out. All right. Posy times. Okay, now honestly, like I came out here in 1990, and right here at this exact spot that we're stopped at, honest to God, it was the size of an outhouse. There was a guy standing in there, and that's all you did. He did not care. But I'm sure too many boneheads ruined it for the rest of us. And now it's a real border crossing, which is fine. Well, that was funny because the border guard, he just asked us what we were doing here. Like, beach and shopping. And he says, what kind of shopping? At that one store. Oh, good. I was just making sure that you didn't think that you're going to Bellingham this way. Because a lot of boneheads are under the impression that there's a bridge, perhaps a ferry service. It's more or less an island. You're alone here. This is what you got. You got trees, and up ahead is water. We're gonna go that way. Show you around a little bit of the beauty that is Point Roberts. See, the point I'm trying to make here is, if you see where Canada, United States, Point Roberts, which is down here, people are crossing the border here, thinking that they're going to end up down here. See, this right here is water. So if you're in Point Roberts, you have to go up here and then over this way to get to the rest of America. That's the point we're trying to make here. So you can't go from here to here unless you got a boat. You need a boat. So all there is here is, well, there's a few houses, but everybody has like a business in their house, I guess. I think that's the only four-way stop. Oh, the chapel and parcel warehouse. So yeah, or wine. I guess you get booze. Get your booze. Get your smokes. Get your gas. Everything's in Canadian dollars because I can't foresee somebody actually driving from the rest of Washington up through Canada to come up here and get. That's all there is. That's the one thing. The marketplace. We'll show that on the way back. We're gonna go towards the beach area here. So that's coming up on the big the marina of Point Roberts. So I don't know. I would assume you can get a house here. Well, it's not even half of them aren't even really houses. It's like a trailer with a shed built onto the side of it, which is fine. It's a beautiful place, but here's your caveat. That's all I'm gonna say. It's a caveat. You come from Vancouver, where it's more manicured, we'll say, more well kept, where they water lawns. Point Roberts, beautiful place. It's great to come in here. I don't want to get banned. I want them to keep me from coming back. But you see a difference in like the beach area, and the grass is brown, which is fine. I understand. They spend all their money on policing, whereas in Vancouver, there are no police. There's some. That I think maybe you got a happy medium. More cops. Look at those houses. Those are nice. And the shrubberies. Look at the shrubberies. But you need a good happy medium of police presence and beauty. And here it's less police presence, and Vancouver is more beauty, we'll say. So here we are at Lighthouse Marine Park. And, see, there's not a shit ton of people. Apparently this is the evacuation route. I'm not overly worried about a tsunami destroying the Vancouver area because there's an island in front of the actual tsunami route.
Could still happen.
It could still happen. Anyways, guy lives in that. That's $5,000 a night in Vancouver right there. All right, we're gonna get out and walk around the beach. It has some lovely shitters over there. I've used these shitters several times. They're all right. Okay, so this is I think that was Breakers, wasn't it? The huge bar 50 years ago. Of course, there's the ferry terminal up there, and this is the beauty of the beach. It is a sweet frickin' day to live here, except I live just a little north. So just enjoy. This is the stupid. I'm in a different country right now. So use your phone. Whatever provider you have probably sucks. I guess I'm using my phone right now, but I'm not texting anybody or getting any data. Hear that? Do you hear that? It's the lovely slight breeze in the ocean. Now I've been here before and I've seen whales. I've seen whales just over there. This apparently is the whale trail, which makes no sense because whales are in water. There's no trail. But over that away, that landmass is Point Roberts. That mountain is Baker. This would be, I guess, Washington. I don't know. These are the islands. Like that could be part of Vancouver Island for all I fucking know.
I think that is.
I don't know. I don't know which direction is what. Enjoy. Enjoy. Nice. I'm just gonna do another, okay, first of all, you see, now if we were, what, half hour north, you couldn't see the ground because of the amount of pinheads camped out on it. Look at this, there's nobody. It's like when we were in Saskatchewan. There's nobody except, I personally, I think the view is better.
Yeah.
And I like the sound, I like the sound of ocean, waves hitting. And not of wheat. Yeah, you can see wheat fields dancing in the wind. Yay! Thank you, Garth Brooks. Wheat waves. Well, those are true. Those are real. Wheat waves are a thing. But I'm more of a ocean kind of guy. I'm the opposite of people that leave here because they hate the ocean and go to Alberta. I'm the opposite. Ocean. Meet everyone, ocean. Now, technically not the ocean, but it's part of the ocean. The wet part. Wavy goodness. Somewhere out there, whales. They're hiding. Tide is coming in. The waves are getting louder. My reverse anger muscle is getting bigger. Waves make me happy. People, the opposite. I don't care if that is a fake wave brought on by boats. I like it. It's good. It's good. Well, I didn't see any whales. But I was a little creeped out. I think I saw a bear. Be very, very quiet. Oh shit. What do you think this is? Wreck Beach? Throw away your picnic baskets. That there's it's a big boat. Big boat.
That's for rich people.
That's probably a hovercraft. Well, no, they're cheaper in America, so that's probably like $200 to own that. In Vancouver, that's a $10 million boat. A catamaran.
It's not just a boat. It's a home.
It's a home. Well, there's a lot of homes that are boats, but that right there, that makes tidal waves for unsuspecting folk.
Like,
Hint, hint, nudge, nudge, wink, wink. That's all I'm doing. And then I'm going to pause and wait. Oh, is it happening?
there was some shit over there.
Oh, I'm looking.
They're gone now.
Well, if that becomes a thing, then this is coming back on. We never know. Yeah, well, this is what happens when you don't tie your boat down properly. Trying to be a little nonchalant on that. Yeah, so I picked up the bear. He looked kind of lonely. Decided to take him home with us. He's kind of a cool guy. We're gonna go maybe drive around a little bit in Point Roberts to show you off what they got going on, and then we'll head back into Tsawwassen, and then that'll be that. So I hope you enjoyed the beachy goodness so far. Alright, so this was like what you got. Your houses are, well, trailers or manufactured homes or lean-tos, probably a couple 100,000. I don't know. It's a cute little beach community. I'm sure they don't have much of a homeless problem here. I don't see any tents randomly on the side of the road, which is, I'm okay with that. It's a nice place. It is a nice little place. I don't know what you do on a Friday night here. I got no jokes or nothing. I guess you just you run as fast as you can towards the border to see if anybody's watching, and then you stop because you don't really want to cross and get arrested. Maybe, unless you're a crawler. Well, I thought that other huge building was Breakers, but this, what it says, what does it say? The Reef? The Reef. Oh, it's a cafe. The Reef. Oh, it still says Breakers on the corner. I don't know if you can see that around this, but it's the Reef. Kinski's Reef. It's like Molly's Reach, but different. Oh, yeah, that's Saltwater Cafe. So there's cafes. There's a couple bars.
Kinski is a wrestler.
Oh, well, I did not know that. I did not know that.
Yeah.
And you have outhouses. And we're going to go to what's known as we're going to get gas. Because that's what they rely on, Canadians coming down here to get gas and having mailboxes. Okay, that's technically kind of cool. I'm alright with that. You know, everybody should have one of those. Oh, it's a whale. Oh, everybody should have some weird statue in front of their place. That'd be something. Oh, it's Steven's hair design. Interesting.
Steve Robert's library.
And, oh, they have books. Well, if this was a red state, they wouldn't have library anymore because they don't like to read about history. So this is the bustling downtown. Yeah, we were just at Point Fuel and Pantry, which apparently only sells gas and booze. Because I went in looking for snacks, and all I saw was gas and booze. And I don't know how this is really the only place still to shop. It's the International Marketplace. Don't bother updating the sign. It's the International Marketplace where you can buy stuff. Not much. Most of it, I believe, is stale. it's been sitting for a while. They're just waiting for somebody. And here we are to spend our Canadian dollars in your marketplace. This is basically what you got here, the International Marketplace. And apparently on Saturday night, that's where the teenagers go. Oh, it's a bear. This is where the teenagers go for fun. So this is what we wasted our money on. RC Cola and pumpkin spice frickin' cookies. Like, you can't get these in half hour north. What losers. Well, a lot of it looks like, this, which is I'm okay with. To me, it's an untapped resource. You can probably buy land for a decent price. Thank you for the advice, Surrey, or whatever the fuck your name is. Oh, Moose Road. Nice. Yeah, I guess we're turning left. We're heading towards the other beachy area after the great time we spent. Look, a barn. Or I guess a shed house. So, I don't know, you can get a decent piece of land here, and you put your shed on it, or your lean-to, or your trailer, or your tent, or whatever. And then you have a nice piece of land on a beachfront piece of property. And then you just have to cross the border 150 times a day to get anything that you actually want. I have noticed that most of the fire hydrants are painted to look like, I don't know. Well, that doesn't really look like a dude. I was hoping I'd swear one of them was a garden gnome. But that one just was colorful, I guess. Okay, now this is what's beautiful, besides what we were already doing. Nice houses, beautiful view of White Rock in the distance. If you turn right, we're going to have to turn around somebody's yard again, so maybe try left this time. That's the ocean. That's a car. That's a person. But to me, this is sweet. You got benches here. You got beautiful walkway, beautiful ocean view. Again, like, that's White Rock over there. That's Burnaby over there. That's Burnaby there. Maybe let's go Quedlin. And see where that Canadian flag is Canada. So we're gonna have to go back to the border from here, and then watch out for the pedestrian. Yeah. He's not in any rush at all. He is not in a rush. But like, we're gonna go back into Tsawwassen. I don't think we're gonna go to that beach. But what's really cool about that side is when the tide comes in, if you get too close to the houses, what's going to happen to you is somebody will give you a gentle reminder with their pressure washer to stay off their property. And then, if you're lucky, if you're related to the police chief of Delta, they will cover it up for you, which is really nice of them. I think that's sweet. It's a nice way to do things. But these are so sweet looking. But it's funny, like, look at these houses and look at these houses, which is weird because it's like the difference between Saskatchewan and Alberta. All right, and you can have your satellite dish next to your lawn chair. That's cool. We're gonna go back to the border, and hopefully we don't get too many wet gloves in the ass. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, just funny to me. It just occurred to me. Nice, was a big barn. You're on this side, the Canadian. Oh, there's a little stripper pole. You're on that side, and you have your back alley facing this side. You could be a dick. You could like put up a fuck you sign or whatever. And what are they gonna do? Catapult poop in a bag at you? I don't know. It could happen. Watch out for the tsunami evacuation route. A pro Biden person? Well, that's cool. I'm okay with that. I don't have a problem with Biden. He's old. He's I don't know. I have no problem with Biden. He's all right. Make your horrible statements to somebody else. I don't care. Well, that concludes our trip to Point Roberts. So we're just going to go back into Tsawwassen. And like I said before, I hope we don't. We don't get. Well, if we get searched, I got nothing to hide. Do you?
No.
I'm just worried about that. I'm just going to turn this around. Okay, the bear came with us. Okay, the bear came with us. You can see the bear. Yeah, he's right there. He came with us. He's not a refugee. He came with us. All right, that was easy. I really like when we don't get searched. We got nothing. I've been searched so many times, and here's the problem. Okay, I wear contact lenses sometimes, not today, and many times I would cross the border. And when I used to be a musician too. I don't know if anybody knows that. And so no matter what you do, you have red eyes because you're not sleeping because you're driving for 45 hours sometimes, and you get to the border and it's like, so you got any contraband on you? No, I do not. Well, how come your eyes are so red? Because I haven't slept since Tuesday. Okay, I'm sorry. So yeah, I've been searched many times before. Someday I'll tell a really good story about the Hoover Dam. If we ever go back. All right, you brought it up. Okay, I brought up the Hoover Dam. No, it is not a border. But I was playing in a band for many years in the States, and we lived in a van down by many rivers because we went from state to state. We played in different places, and we went to the Hoover Dam after a week in Vegas. Yeah, and the guy started making us unload the van, and he because he didn't know where Canada was, didn't know what Manitoba was, and he didn't believe that we were really musicians, or maybe when he heard we were musicians, he's just like, automatically we're searching the van. I don't know. I think it was a year after 9/11 happened, so maybe that they were just a little worried that some jackass would blow up the dam, I guess. So as we're opening the back door, and we got everything crammed in there, a Volkswagen van that was painted like, anybody as old as me remembers the Partridge Family? Remember their truck? Look it up. It's on the internet. Partridge Family van, painted Volkswagen, pulled up, and the guy driving it was white, but he had dreadlocks. This is before Counting Crows were famous. And as soon as he pulled up, the guy who was about to search us pulled out his gloves and said, "You know what? You guys can go." I got the rest of the afternoon planned. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So we got out of that one. Anyways, we're back in Tsawwassen. Is there anything else to do in Tsawwassen? We need another coffee. I need a second coffee and some kind of food. So this is Tsawwassen. We already drove through. And we hit every light. Yeah. that was today's bad tourism video. Thanks for watching.
Happy.
Come on, there's a song. This is 5150 time. Come on, get happy. This is green light, by the way. I don't know if you're awake right now.
Yep.
Are you awake? This is green light.
Trying to
I
get
don't know if you
fucking thing to
understand which one is the one to go on. It's the green one. I know you're all easily distracted by the come on, get happy thing that we were doing. Anyways, like, subscribe, maybe share with your friends and show them what a friggin' loser I am. And enjoy the next bad tourism video. I don't know where the hell we're going, but we live in Vancouver, so it could be something Vancouver-y. A lot of good stuff here. Or we could go on a road trip. We don't know where we're going. I don't know. I don't plan that far ahead. I'm fucking 53 years old. I might be dead next week. I don't fucking know. I hope not. Anyways, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. And have fun with bad tourism. Laters.